Hey, welcome back everybody. This is Wayback Sports Cards. Today we're opening another box. This time it's 1989 Bowman. It is the comeback edition. As you see there, I am holding the wax pack, getting ready to open the first pack. This is a long video, but we're hoping to see if we can catch any Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards in here. So we got a pretty good shot. There's 36 packs, 12 cards per pack. So 432 cards in the box. So we think we've got a pretty good shot here. Let's see what we get in the first pack. I got Rob Deere leading us off. He was a perennial strikeout leader in the league. Looks like a Geronimo Barroa rookie card there. Being a Yankee fan, I know he was a Yankee killer. There's Mark Carrion with the Mets jacket on. There's the Candyman, John Candelaria. And you can see a lot of these pictures are posed pictures, not as many in-game photographs here. There's Wade Boggs, not looking at the camera, but a great shot of the Hall of Famer with the glove in hand. And the Bowman cards are famous for at least the first few years, showing the how the individual performed against each team. There is the sweepstakes card, one per pack. Interesting at the 1989 that the at the time the 1949 Bowman Duke Snider was worth $600. Worth a lot more than that now. There's Andres Galarraga, early career with the Expos. Jody Reed. We got a checklist. We got a Wally Backman with the Twins. I got a Rick Honeycutt, who was in later years become a pitching coach, and I know famously for the Dodgers. And this last card there, I don't quite know who that one is. Looks like a common there. So we'll move along. I am taking my time with these, a little more so than the previous ones, just because these are such nice cards, and they're 31 years old. And there we go, right off the bat, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray with the Dodgers. A little bit of damage there, pointing to the two little pieces of damage that came. I guess the quality control is not the best here. There's Bobby Witt. Looks like a Bud Black. Yeah, Bud Black. Royce Clayton, not quite looking at the camera there, of the Giants. The Giants did make the World Series in '89. Played the Athletics. It was a 4-game sweep for the Athletics. They won the World Series in '89. And of course, half hour before Game 3 was what's I guess infamous Loma Prieta earthquake, delaying the World Series for about 10 days before it was able to be complete, before games 3 and 4 were able to be completed. And there's a Steve Finley. It looks like a rookie card. We'll have to check that one a little later. Rich Gedman of the Red Sox. Kelly Downs. Kevin McReynolds. There's an in-game shot. And Glenn Davis. Glenn Davis of the Astros, I believe, had a pretty good year there. In '89, I believe he was among the league leaders in home runs. Memory serves there. Let's see what else we've got in this pack here. Not sure who that is there. There's a Mel Stottlemyre card. He's got his, so it's a coach card. He was a coach of the Mets at the time. Picture of his son's also on the card. Joey Myers, Tom Herr. Not sure who that, Jim Traber of the Orioles. It's like Mike Jackson. There's Barry Bonds. Barry Lamar Bonds, all-time home run king. Of course, '89, still kind of coming into his own at the time. He did finish 1989 with a .248 average, 19 homers, 58 RBIs. So he wasn't quite the monster that he became later in his career, but he did walk 93 times in 1989. So very early career card of Barry Bonds. Alvin Davis there. Looks like John Dobson. Jim Sundberg. Mike Aldretti. And Harold Reynolds. For a second I thought that was the Griffey Jr. card. Similar pose, but it is Harold Reynolds, who's become a broadcaster in later years. Very good second baseman there for a while for the Mariners. So still a good card there. There's the sweepstakes card. As I try to get these in order. Sweepstakes card of Jackie Robinson. Looks like Kirk McCaskill, Doug Drabeck, a year early, a year before his Cy Young. He won the Cy Young in '90. Here's a Willie Wilson, solid player for the Royals. There's the Sweet Lou Whitaker. I love the autograph on this one. Sweet Lou, signed it Sweet Lou. Love the picture there. Got a Cub common there, Astro. Gonna skip through these. Looks like Jay Howell there. There's Lance McCullers with the Yankees at the time. Now his son, Lance McCullers Jr., now in the major leagues. So interesting to see some of these guys, 1989, 31 years later, some of their children now reaching the major leagues. So we'll lead off with the sweepstakes card. It's Richie Ashburn. There's only 11 of those sweepstakes cards in the set, and I expect with the 36 packs we'll probably get that. There's Teddy Higuera, Vince Coleman, perennial NL stolen base leader, and there's Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire, 1989 Bowman, an all-star in '89. Hit the 33 home runs and 95 RBI for the world champs. So that's a nice card. Spike Owen, shortstop there for the Expos. Doc Gooden and Eric Hansen. Frank Williams. There's the George Brett. There's a George Brett card there. And he was a perennial all-star there. 3,000 hit club. That's a nice pull. This is a pretty good pack. Didn't have the Griffey. Jack Clark to round us out there on this pack. But anytime you get a George Brett in the pack, you're doing pretty good too. So George Brett and a McGwire actually. So opening the next pack here, and got a Whitey Ford sweepstakes card. Now, I like these sweepstakes cards. Candy Maldonado, Floyd Bannister, looking maybe Jeff Robinson, and John Farrell, Candiotti, yet another George Brett back-to-back packs. So you can kind of get a feel for the collation here. There's a Chuck Nagy, another Jack Clark, and an Eddie Murray. This one's in better condition than the last Eddie Murray that we received. And there's another Bobby Witt. So you're starting to already see some duplicates, and we're not too far in. So another Bud Black, and then Royce Clayton. So starting to see some duplicates here. The collation does not appear to be the best. It looks like duplicates in adjacent packs. Hopefully that works out in our favor with some of the better players, but we'll see as we move along. There's a Mickey Mantle sweepstakes card, and I'm just going to highlight that. In 1989, that Mickey Mantle is worth $4,000. I believe it's worth quite a bit more in gem mint condition. There's a Mike LaValliere, Dave Martinez, a Randy Myers of the Mets. There's a Dwight Evans, solid player for the Red Sox for many years. There's a Andy Allenson, Mookie Wilson, Cub there. Looks like Pete Harnish, Steve Lyons, Psycho Steve Lyons, went into broadcasting later on in his career. There's a Tim Flannery of the Padres, and looks like maybe a Jerry Brown to round out that pack. So not as good as some of our previous packs, but we're moving along. We've already picked up a couple of Hall of Famers here. Got a twin there. Got Jeff Parrott of the Phillies. I got Ty Griffin of the Cubs. Who is this here? Junis, I think. Yeah, didn't get that on camera there. Looks like Steve Searcy. And there it is. There's another Hall of Famer, Mike Schmidt. Hard to tell without his face there, but that is Mike Schmidt, 1989 Bowman here. This is his last year of his career. His final season was '89. Only played 42 games, hit .203 with 6 homers and 28 RBI. So those '89 cards are the last ones of Mike Schmidt that you'll see. That's a nice Bowman there of Damon Berryhill. There, and there's a Jose Canseco, who was a Silver Slugger. I don't know if he was a Silver Slugger in '89, but definitely a couple other times in his career. That's a solid card. Jose Canseco, over 400 career home runs. Now leading off with a Roberto Kelly of the Yankees. Got a Ed Whitson there. Speak of Yankees, former Yankees. Dwight Gooden, another former Yankee. Frank Williams. The Willie Mays sweepstakes card there. Again, those cards are really nice. They show those old cards really nice. I think they display really well as well. There's Terry Pendleton, a couple of years before his All-Star, or before his MVP season, 91 with the Braves. Got a Chet Lemon there, and Pedro Guerrero. And if these openings are taking a little too long, feel free to speed up the video if you want to quickly see what I'm pulling here. But, you know, trying to take my time here. These are such nice cards, the pictures. There's Mark Langston. Mitch Williams there, the Wild Thing with the Cubs. There's a Whitey Ford sweepstakes card. David Cohn, nice card. Early career, him with the Mets. There's another Big Mac, Mark McGwire. That one's got a little bit of damage there. I got a little spot on it. So it's good that we've got the duplicate. We've got the other card there. And there's the last card in the pack there, Greg Maddux, who finished third in the NL Cy Young in 1989, behind the eventual winner Mark Davis of the Padres and Mike Scott, who finished second. So Greg Maddux in 89 was starting to come into his own, and a few years later found his way on the Braves and had that amazing run with the Braves and eventually with the World Series in 95. So nice early career card of Greg Maddux. Some commons up front here. We got to flip a few of these over. Let's see. John Eric, looks like, of the John Eric's. There's Mitch Webster, another Roberto Kelly. Get another Ed Whitson. Leroy Satchel Paige sweepstakes card. It'd be nice to have the real thing in my hand there, but this will have to suffice. There's Joe Carter, a few years before his game-winning home run in the 93 World Series with the Blue Jays, of course. Kevin Seitzer. Tony Pena, longtime catcher, now coach. And Scott Fletcher finishing us out there. As we move along in here, our sweepstakes card leads us off there is Duke Snider. Jim Gantner of the Brewers there. This is a Hall of Famer. Looks like two Hall of Famers in this one. You got Gary Carter. It's his card, but you see, looks like he's got Ryan Sandberg in a pickle there. Otis Nixon, Jack Howell, Jeff Robinson, it looks like. Looks like Jim Gott, maybe, and Steve Ryan. Juan Berenger. The great pose, not looking at the camera. Manny Trio. Mel Stottlemyre. So that's one of Mel Stottlemyre Sr.'s kids. BJ Surhoff. It looks like Pat Clements to lead off or to finish out that pack. Moving along here with our sweepstakes card, it's the Willie Mays. Got Kevin Seitzer again, so Tony Pena. So we're starting to see some duplicates here. These are, oh, and there it is. As I say, we're finding some duplicates there. There's the Ken Griffey Jr., the card we've been looking for. I'm going to turn it over here. He had not yet played a game when this card came out. Finished third in the Rookie of the Year voting in 1989. Greg Olson of the Orioles is the winner, and Tom Gordon finished in second. So that's a trivia question. Ken Griffey Jr. did not win Rookie of the Year in 89. There's a Fred McGriff, but put that Griffey Jr. on a little holder there for the rest of our video, and eventually find its way into a penny sleeve. We'll have to make sure it fits in the penny sleeve or in our card holder. There's a Ricky Henderson, another Hall of Famer. So we found a couple Hall of Famers and one borderline Hall of Famer with McGriff in this pack. So pretty good here. And Mark Portugal to finish us out here. But there it is. As I grab the next one and slide that over. But that's the prize of the box right there. It's the Ken Griffey Jr. And we're only about a little less than halfway through the box, so let's see if we can find ourselves perhaps a second or maybe even a third Ken Griffey Jr. So let's see what we've got here. There's the Mickey Mantle Bowman. And as I say it, how quickly we hit a second Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. Unbelievable. But it goes to show you the collation, not the best here, but that certainly worked out in our favor. And there's the second of our Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards. So a couple of big hits here in back-to-back packs, no less. Looks like an Andy Van Slyke, Von Hayes, Charlie Huff. It's like a Bud Black again. Yeah, Bud Black. Royce Clayton. Seems like Royce Clayton and Bud Black appear back-to-back in a few packs here. Another Astro. Looks like you've seen him before. Derek Lilliquist. Another Jay Howell. And another Lance McCullers. But there you go. Off to the left there. The second Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. Back-to-back pack. Let's see if we can find ourselves a third one. We got quite a few packs left to go. Hopefully the collation will work in our favor yet again. But that's a massive hit right there. Just to get one in the box is not guaranteed, but to find two and in back-to-back packs no less, quite a big hit. There's Mike McFarland. I believe that's his rookie card. There's Dick Schofield, Frank White of the Royals. Looks like a Dave Henderson there. Joel Youngblood. Not sure who. Steve Sachs of the Yankees had just made his way over to the Yankees from the Dodgers. Lasted with the Yankees for a few years, and I think he ended up with the White Sox a little later on. There's a Mike Maddox we just passed by. Curtis Wilkerson, I believe, and a Mitch Webster. But still buzzing off this back-to-back Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. Such a beautiful picture, too. Looks like quite a few of the Mariners cards in the set. I know the Harold Reynolds and I think the Eric Hansen also kind of taken at the same park, probably on the same day. And as I say this, there's another Hall of Famer, Ozzie Smith, Gold Glover, perennial Gold Glover, Ozzie Smith, perennial All-Star. That's another nice card there. It's a Benito Santiago, a couple of years removed from his really long hitting streak. I believe it was somewhere on the order of 34 games back in '87. There's Mark Davis. There is your eventual Cy Young Award winner. And there is another Hall of Famer in Dave Winfield wearing the old school helmet without the ear flaps. Another great card, Ron Darling of the Mets, now a broadcaster with SNY in the New York area. Also with some of the games on Fox is a Sean Dunston, another solid player. So that's a pretty good pack. Picking up some real notable players in each pack. It's a large set, so you would expect a few dud packs in here, but for the most part, it looks like you're at least finding one solid star, all-star. There's a Von Hayes, Charlie Huff. So even these guys, Von Hayes and Charlie Huff. There's Huff with the knuckleball grip, great action shot. Although this set seems to be more known for. There's Mike Scott, who finished runner-up in the Cy Young race that year against Mark Davis finishing first. Saw him a couple of packs ago. Then we got a Dale Murphy, who's a really borderline Hall of Famer there. I'm going to stick him in the good pile there. There's a Rick Sutcliffe, another solid career now in broadcasting, another checklist. Ron Kittle. There's a Chuck Finley, early Chuck Finley card. Very nice card. Looks like a Juan Bell. And I'm not quite sure who that is there. The Royals. But it just goes to show you, these packs, you find notable players throughout. And there we go. And even without it, you still get the sweepstakes card, which, the sweepstakes cards are not worth a whole lot. But they're just really good-looking cards. This is Joe Magrain. Before that, we had a Mike Scott, another Sutcliffe, Marty Barrett of the Red Sox. Sid Bream, scoring one of the most famous runs in NL Championship Series history back in '92. He was with the Braves at the time. That was another George Brett. I think we've seen him at least twice before. Another Chuck Nagy, another Jack Clark, and another Eddie Murray. So some dupes and trips, but some good ones as well. So as we get into our second half of the box here, we're going to get into these cards here. Our leadoff card is going to be the sweepstakes card of Duke Snider. And there's Bobby Bonilla. Early Pirates career. Looks like it might be a reverse negative. I'll take a closer look at that later. Jimmy Key with the Blue Jays, and then later with the Yankees. There's a Gene Larkin, Jose De Leon, Ron Gant. Looks like he's playing some infield there early in his career. Melito Perez. I'm not sure who that. Then there we go. As I'm not able to identify the previous one, there's Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett was actually the AL batting leader in 1989, hit 339. Barry Larkin was the MLB leader, hit 342. So Kirby Puckett, 1989 Bowman, right on a solid year for the Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, no less. He was also a Silver Slugger in '89. Richie Ashburn sweepstakes card. Looks like a Paul Ossenmacher. Frank Tanana, who's got that game face. Got Wesley Gardner, and there's another that's arguably the second best rookie pull of the box. This is Gary Sheffield. And take a quick look at the back. Did play a little bit in 1988, but this is an official rookie card of Gary Sheffield. The other big rookie card in this box is the John Smoltz. We haven't seen him yet. Todd Worrell, looks like a Bruce Ruffin, Paul Gibson, Don Robinson. Don Robinson card, who was actually a Silver Slugger for the pitcher position in the National League. Don Robinson, I believe he had somewhere about a dozen home runs in his career as a pitcher. So never hit well for average, but he did hit quite a few home runs as a pitcher. So he did win the Silver Slugger in '89 for the pitching position. Bobby Thigpen, 1 year before his big 50-plus save season. Looks like Deion James, Eric Davis, John Eriks, rookie card. We've seen him already. Another couple of Cubs, which I think we've even found in that order before. Another Roberto Kelly. Another Ed Whitson. So we're really getting a lot of duplicates here. There's a Dwight Gooden. Always good to pull a Dwight Gooden, even though we've seen a few already. And looks like, before I even get to the pack, looks like there's a Roberto Alomar in the back, but we'll take a look at the front in a moment there. There's a Gil Hodges sweepstakes card. Giants player there. And there's a John Franco with the Reds, a few years away from joining the Mets. And this is my guy, Tom Mattingly, the hitman, the captain of the Yankees. And there's the Roberto Alomar we were talking about. Early career, maybe second year card. There's him with the Padres. He hadn't really come into his own quite yet. Really hit his stride with the Blue Jays when they won a couple of back-to-back championships in the early 90s. And there's another Alomar. Looks like Sandy Alomar Sr. with his two sons, Sandy Jr. and Roberto in tow. That is a nice card to have. Looks like a Bert Blyleven, another Hall of Famer. Another Hall of Fame card there. So put that in the pile of Hall of Famers. Greg Olson, there is your AL Rookie of the Year. Beating out Ken Griffey Jr. to finish third. That's a big trivia question right there. Who won the '89 AL Rookie of the Year? Your mind would immediately go to Ken Griffey Jr. Not the case here. Greg Olson is the answer to that trivia question. Tom Gordon finishing in second of the Royals. So interesting. There's another Sid Bream, Ellis Burks Bunting, another Paul O'Neill, another Bobby Thigpen, Sid Fernandez. Robin Ventura here. Looks maybe a little airbrushed there. He had not played a game yet at that point, but I believe he had an 88 Topps card that serves as his rookie card. I don't believe this serves as a rookie card, but it's still a really nice early career card of Robin Ventura, who went on to have quite a career. Not a Hall of Fame career, but quite a lengthy career. See what we got here. We still haven't. There's the Satchel Paige contest card. We haven't seen the Cy Young Award winner from the AL. We have not seen Brett Saberhagen just yet. There's a Keith Hernandez with the Mets. There's a Sandy Alomar Jr. I believe that is a rookie card of Sandy Alomar. And I think based on the stats, that would, you put that off to the side. Carney Lansford. But as I was saying, we have not seen the Cy Young Award winner from the AL. But as I say that, we pulled a runner-up, Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart had a huge 1989 for the World Series champs. 21-9 with the A's. And as I say that, then there's Kirk Gibson, the hero from the 88 World Series against the A's, showing up right there. So that's a pretty good pack. A couple of big-name players in that pack. And looks like, as I'm taking a quick look here, looks like a Barry Larkin. So our NL hitting leader, our batting average leader for Major League Baseball in '89 is in this pack. This is Deion James. Eric Davis, Charlie Lee Brandt, looks like. And there's Barry Larkin, another Hall of Famer. He was the ML batting leader, 342 average in 1989. See another card there with a little bit of damage there. Luckily, it wasn't a big star player, but looks like it was something that perhaps ended up during the printing process, because a lot of these other cards are in pretty good shape. So it looks like a couple of cards here and there have that trademark 2 divot off onto the left side of the card. So doesn't appear too often, and we've been pretty lucky here too without seeing too many gum stains or wax stains on the card. So we've done pretty well there. The box set, there's another Barry Larkin, but we've done pretty well with this box, which I did buy on eBay for $30. So whoever I bought this from did manage to store the cards pretty well, to the point where they're in pretty pristine condition. Those 2 Griffies are possibly cards that are candidates for grading. So I'll have to take a closer look at those and see if they would indeed be worth sending out to PSA for some grading. But they look like they're in pretty good condition. Have to take a closer look at the corners. There's a Rob Dibble rookie card. Jim DeShays. Greg Jeffries, huge, highly touted prospect at the time. I don't believe this is his rookie card, but he was a hot commodity back in the day. And there's Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer, there with the White Sox. With the White Sox for a long time after he was after his stint with the Red Sox. And Wally Whitehurst, Dan Gladden. Looks like Chris Brown, perhaps, of the Tigers. And there's another Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. Silver Slugger, All-Star. You see his stats from the 88 season. 264, 23 homers, and 81 RBIs. So he had a pretty good year there, but you know he was playing every single day. So there's Cal Ripken. We'll have to put that off to the side with the other Hall of Famers. And we're starting to get down to the bottom of the box here. A few packs left to go. There's Gil Hodges. So we probably have all 11 of our contest cards. Pedro Guerrero. Another Mike McFarland rookie card. Dick Schofield. Frank White. There's another Kirk Gibson, the hero from Game 1 in 1988. Of the World Series, that is. Bruce Ruffin, Paul Gibson. But, so we've seen the Kirk Gibson, hero from Game 1 of the 88 World Series. Haven't seen an Eckersley yet, so maybe that one is coming up. There's another Mantle contest card. Mickey Hatcher. There's an early career, John Kruk, without all the facial hair, with the Padres. Broke out really with the Phillies a few years later. And there's Todd Stottlemyre, Pete Incaviglia. Jim Abbott looks like a little dinged up on the sides there, unfortunately. But a nice card of the inspirational Jim Abbott. There's Walt Terrell. And another Hall of Famer, it's the Hawk, Andre Dawson, with the Cubs. And back-to-back Hall of Famers now. We've got Edgar Martinez, early career there. I don't think this qualifies as a rookie card, but the stats suggest perhaps otherwise. I'll have to take a closer look. Looks like a Jerome Walton there, who was the Rookie of the Year for the Cubs. Of course, that was his big season. 1989 NL Rookie of the Year, Jerome Walton. Which, at the time, if I had pulled this card in, say, 90 or 91, probably would have been a lot bigger deal than it is now. Whitey Ford, contest card. Lee Smith, borderline Hall of Famer, probably should be considered at this point. But Lee Smith with the Red Sox, Ron Hassey, and there's Oral Hershiser. 88, 89, massive times for Oral Hershiser, pitching those large consecutive innings. I think it's 58 and 2/3. Will Clark, I just passed a second ago. He was runner-up to the MVP. His teammate Kevin Mitchell being the eventual winner for the National League champions. Bob Welch, who I believe in 90, the following year, had 27 wins. So Bob Welch there. Pat Sheridan. And I'm not sure who that was there. Didn't appear to be a star player. Getting down here to the nitty gritty. Hopefully we can pull a third Ken Griffey Jr. But we've got the two, done pretty well for ourselves, and we've got a lot of Hall of Famers as well to show for this. And at the end, I'll do a quick summary of the percentages. Chili Davis signing with the nickname Chili. Mike Scioscia. Doug Jones, a longtime closing pitcher. Lance Parrish, longtime catcher. And there's, looks like a Chris Sabo rookie card without the goggles, without the trademark goggles that he wore with the champion Reds in 90. So he's a year removed from winning the World Series and being a big part of that team. And Jackie Robinson contest card. Mark Gubiza. Kevin McReynolds. Another Glenn Davis. And there's a Dave Valley, and you can tell it looks like it was shot at the same park as the, or perhaps on the same day as the Ken Griffey Jr. And there is Rafael Palmeiro with the Rangers, early career card. Probably would have been a Hall of Famer by now if not for his involvement with the PED scandal. But a nice card of Rafael Palmeiro that I'll put off to the side. And still got a few more here. And there I see in the back, looks like another Gary Sheffield rookie card. Let's see what the condition is when we get around to it. The contest card, there's another Dave Henderson with the fungo bat there. Joe Youngblood, Paul Ossenmacher, Frank Tanana with the game face yet again, Wesley Gardner. And there it is, the second Gary Sheffield rookie card. Another Jerome Walton. Bruce Hurst. Another Dave Stewart. And another Jose Rio. And Jose Rio, also part of that 1990 World Champion Reds team, along with Chris Sabo, Paul O'Neill, Rob Dibble, and others, and Barry Larkin as well. Corey Snyder, Robbie Thompson, and there's another member of the Nasty Boys. That is Rob Dibble rookie card right there. Looks like a Luis Rivera, Rick Roden. Not sure who that is there. There's the other Ken Griffey Jr. card from this set. It's actually a Ken Griffey Sr. card. So it's got Ken Griffey Sr. stats on it, but it features his son, Ken Griffey Jr. there prominently on the left. So I'm going to put that off to the side. That really is the second most valuable card in the set. The Brian Harvey, who longtime closer in the major leagues. Brian Harvey had himself a nice career too. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the contest card with the Willie Mays. Wally Backman, which we've seen earlier in the box. Rick Honeycutt we've seen as well. Dave Magadan, may or may not have seen before, I'm not sure. Johnny Ray, John Dobson. Looks like maybe Derek Lilliquist. Jay Howell, another Lance McCullers. Dwight Smith, Gary Reedus of the Pirates. Lonnie Smith of the Braves. He was actually the leader in WAR in the National League in 1989. not Will Clark, not Kevin Mitchell, actually Lonnie Smith. That was 89 was actually Lonnie Smith's best season in the majors. And start off with the Ted Williams contest card. We got the Pascual Perez, brother of Melito Perez. Mark Grace, nice career. And there's the MVP, the NL MVP, Kevin Mitchell, who hit 47 home runs and had 125 RBI in 89. Zane Smith. There's a Hall of Famer, Dennis Eckersley. We mentioned him a few packs ago. Recent Hall of Famer, fairly recent Hall of Famer. Jack Morris, another recent Hall of Fame pitcher. He's there with the Tigers. And as I say that, I drop my next card, which looks like a Willie Randolph with the Dodgers. Probably more famous for being with the Yankees and later manager of the Mets. And that is the last of our 36 packs. And I quickly highlight the 2 Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards from the box. I was able to fit them in the holder. They are slightly oversized cards. But what did we get in the box? 339 out of 484 cards, 70%, 61 duplicates, 14 triples, but the key pulls being the Griffey Jr. rookie card, 2 of them, the Sheffield rookie card, 2 of those, and we hit all of our sweepstakes cards. So we are Wayback Sports Cards. Thank you again for watching. We're going to be doing more box breaks in the future. Stay tuned. Have a great day. Comment. Take care.